So we have Christine Yip from Mina. Christine leads the community efforts at Mina Foundation and was previously part of the community team at O1 Labs. She has broad experience in multidisciplinary engineering teams and works for global firms in the US, the Netherlands, Czech Republic, and Hong Kong. And her talk is going to be on building communities in crypto. Are you ready, Christine?
Yes, thank you so much, Kwame.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
No worries. Maybe let me first start share my screen. All right. All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Christine Yip, and I lead the community efforts at Mina Foundation. And today I'm very happy and honored to talk about building communities in crypto. So before I joined Mina Foundation, I was part of the community team at O1 Labs. And that was the team that incubated Mina Protocol. And I had the privilege and this opportunity to be part of this great experience of building a community from scratch. So maybe first, let me share with you some highlights of what Mina has achieved. Mina was the largest proof-of-stake testnet community outside of Ethereum 2.0, and that was built just within 1.5 years. So 1.5 years earlier, we had 0 community members. Earlier this year in April, we concluded our token sale. It was oversubscribed by almost 9 times, and we had the highest number of purchasers in CoinList history to date at that time. And for a crypto project of our age, we have a notable large base of members from all over the world who are following Mina's progress. And just on Twitter, we have over 150,000 followers. And we have more than 90% staking participation and over 200 members who started their staking pools on Mina, which is incredible participation from the technical community. So I guess the question is, how did we start from nothing and get here, achieving all these milestones in just about 2 years? The answer is the community. So Mina is powered by participants. The project got to where it is today because of Mina's community members. And open source collaboration and decentralization are, in my opinion, the essence of blockchain. It's a future where everyone has a hand in building it and where we're all owning our future. So I guess then the next question is, how do these members in a community make an impact? A very helpful way to explain this is by looking through an impact lens. So this is an impact lens. It's a tool to visualize and understand how a contribution from a member can impact the community members around them and the broader ecosystem and the project in the end. So often it starts with a member creating or building something to enhance their own experience. For example, when we just started, when we had our first testnet beta ever, the software was still unstable. So we had members who built restart scripts to restart their nodes. Another example is of members who are building tools or spreadsheets to calculate staking rewards. And there are also members who are looking into Mina, doing research, and might make some notes. So, and then what often happens is that these members would share what they've built or created with members who are in a similar situation. So the node operator who wrote the script might share it with a fellow node operator who they met on the channel. If you're the member who built the tool or spreadsheet and you see that someone else is trying to find out what the staking rewards are as well, then you might be willing to share it with them too. And if you've already looked up some things about Mina or the project that you're interested in, and you see that other members are asking the same thing, you might be willing or open to sharing the knowledge with them too. So this is when members start to impact users around them. and they start making an impact in the local community. And often what happens is that members realize that what they do is really making an impact, and they go down this rabbit hole where they start polishing the things up that they've created, so it can be shared more broadly and also enhance the experience of many more members. So for example, the member who created the script might add more instructions or tidy up the code. The member who created the tool or spreadsheet might write tutorials or more instructions how to use the tool, or make the UI prettier, like this example at the right. Members who made some research notes might decide to write a blog, or maybe put it in a video or publish it on a website. And once these new contributions are out there in the world, other people can use it, and when people see it, they might be sparked to help refining it. So for example, if the script was open source, other members might be willing to add to it and build on top of it and add additional features. People who build tools and spreadsheets and who are using it, they might get inspired to add additional calculations or build new tools for different scenarios. And people who might have seen the blog or the video or the website, they might want to help the first contributor with maybe design, or they offer to help with proofreading. And people engage with the community, with this contribution. People often comment, they share. I'm very sorry about that. And they bring the perfection contribution to an even larger audience. And the most interesting moment is when other people start to build on top of it. And again, they start with something simple. But when they do that, that's the moment when this local impact starts to impact also the broader ecosystem. So for example, if we go back to the examples, for that script, other members might build new scripts that depends on yours if you wrote one. And for the tools and spreadsheet, people might build new tools that pull data from yours. And about that pretty website and blog or video, people who learned about it and benefited from your knowledge might build their own projects. And actually, it goes through the entire cycle again. So they start starting with building something simple, they enhance their own experience, and then they share it with people around them, and they enhance the experience of people around them. And other people get inspired, it might spark new ideas, and they start to help contributing to the existing tools. And in the end, what we see is that members are collaborating on helping each other to succeed. So going back to this impact lens, there are many different ways how it can start. For example, just by helping answering questions, or sending a link to other members, or sending them to the contributions of other members. Even if you're just enhancing the experience of the member next to you, you can be contributing to a ripple effect that can be felt over the entire ecosystem. So I'd like to give a few examples of how I've seen this happen in practice in Mina's community. For example, a community member built this custom archive node with GraphQL API. Oh, I'm sorry. I see that I'm actually behind. Very sorry about this. Yeah, a member built this custom archive node with GraphQL API. And there are a lot of other tools that are built on top of it by using this GraphQL API. For example, members build scripts and tools for Mina's delegation program. Other members built a tool that can evaluate staking performance and help people choose a staking pool. People build a Mina node monitor and much more. So here's another example where community members started building websites and tools and blogs. And another community member who saw all this built this directory where everyone can find all the contributions in one place. So there are a lot of possibilities and different types of contributions. And I guess another question could be, which contribution is crucial for community building? What is everyone's impact on the community actually? So to find out, maybe let's follow a day out of this Mina community member's life named Chris. He's a teacher in real life, has a 9-to-5 job. He goes home, and every day in a few hours after work, he hangs out in our community. Let me walk you through his daily routine. So he turns on his computer, and he would always first check out the latest updates in Mina's ecosystem. And for that, he visits this website called Mina Crypto that a community member built. And it shows the latest official news and announcements. But it actually shows more than that. It also shows news and updates that even the team at the foundation sometimes doesn't know about. Contributions from members are sometimes happening everywhere, and things get hidden in different pockets of the community, and it's really challenging to follow it. But Mina Crypto helps with that. Other things that Chris loves to check out or participate in are, for example, a community-led Telegram group where there are daily quizzes and podcasts. He makes use of these blogs. He checks out videos from other members. He uses wallets that are built by the community. He consults validated dashboards and block explorers that are built by community members. So there are a different array of things. So maybe just a quick break, and I'd like to do a quick poll. Out of all these members and contributions, who do you think was the most impactful for building a crypto community? I'm just curious what everyone would think. Are there any guesses? Would it be the member who built the Block Explorer or the wallet? Oh, how do I go back to the chat? I'm trying to look at what people are guessing, but oh, here everyone is. All right. Block Explorer, Caitlin says. Yeah, the question was, who do you think was the most impactful for building a crypto community in all these examples? So you saw that this member, Chris, was using the Block Explorer or these validated dashboards or these wallets that other members build or the websites or the community-led Telegram groups. From these examples, which one do you feel is making the biggest impact? Twitter. Yeah, Twitter, Twitter can be very impactful and have a big influence. I agree. I guess something that you do not know yet is that Chris enjoys this community so much that he created a small study group for fun. So there were just a handful of members who would often drop by and talk together about Mina and study and learn together in the study group. So here you see a screenshot of the study group on our Discord. And it wasn't such a big project with such a large following or user base like the Block Explorer or the wallets or the YouTube videos or Twitter, like Tim said. But there's a fun fact. What you see here there's a small number of participants in the study group, and they're just the tip of the iceberg. The creators of the Block Explorer, the wallets, and the dashboards and the vlogs that were mentioned earlier, they were all active members in the study group, and they all talked here and learned from each other. So do you realize what Chris did? He actually helped others to learn about Mina. He sparked conversation, he sparked ideas, and he helped others to make their first contributions and to succeed. So yeah, any idea who I think was the most crucial to build a community? So nowadays, Chris is no longer a teacher. I'm feeling very happy and honored that he joined my team, the community team at Mina Foundation. And every day, he helps others to take that first step and helps them to start that chain reaction you saw earlier with the impact lens. And he's building the community and ecosystem together with all his fellow community members. So yeah, remember how the community was at the heart of Mina and how Mina was powered by participants? This can actually apply to any other project in crypto that also embrace that open source and collaborative spirit. And to all the makers out there, it's important to foster any type of contribution from the community and build together with the community. Because even the smallest type of contribution can end up having the largest ripple effects, and it will all contribute to the exponential growth of a new ecosystem and a new future. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Christine. That was a great presentation. And we will get into the questions and answers. And the first question, what is the most challenging part of building a community on Discord?
That's an interesting question. Challenging part, I guess it's, I personally feel that the most challenging part is to meet the demand. Often there can be so much going on in the community, in these channels, that it's even hard to keep up and to answer all the questions. What we are very lucky that we have a super active community members who we can rely on, and I must say that if they weren't around, then yeah, our Discord wouldn't be the same. Does that answer the question? So it was asked by an anonymous person.
Yeah, that's a really good answer. Next question. Do you have an opinion on the first place to start when building the community?
Yes, so I know something went wrong when I showed the impact lens. But I guess where I would start is nurturing all types of contributions, and especially those who are leaders in the community, because they are the one who will start the chain reaction. And that's also what you've seen what Chris was doing. Yeah, they are the ones who start that ripple effect. I guess identifying them and nurturing them, that would be the place where I would start.
Next question. What/who is the community?
That's a great question. I personally feel that community is used very broadly in crypto. In my mind, the community members are the people who are belonging in Mina's community and who are choosing to contribute and to be part and to participate. So maybe just a fun fact, in our team, we divide things into, we look through at things as a marketing funnel. So we have the top of the funnel, and those are people who just learned about Mina. For example, the people who are following us on Twitter, people who are coming in on Telegram. And then we have also middle of the funnel where people start to engage more. Maybe they look up more information about Mina, or they start to learn how to operate a node. And then we also have the bottom of the funnel, and those are really the members who are adding value to the project and start building stuff. So for me, community would be bottom of the funnel.
And our next question. I sometimes find Discord communities really overwhelming. How do you moderate channels and link to resources?
Yeah, that's I really feel this person. I actually have the same. Yeah, to be honest, we've experimented with different approaches. We had members who are very passionate about helping other members, and we onboarded them into the mod squad, and they were amazing. They were everywhere. They could answer all the questions, technical ones, non-technical ones. They were super helpful. They helped each other even outside of their shifts. We tried that out. And another thing that we also tried out and are trying out now actually is onboarding a third-party professional moderation agency. And currently it's going well. But yeah, I would think that even with the moderators around, with a growing community, it's always hard to keep up. So in a healthy community, I think we would always be relying on each other, and members would also be helping each other to keep the space safe.
What if there is no demand on Discord? How do you generate the attention for it?
That's a good one. Well, we have been very focused from the start on building a technical community. So what we've done is, if I go back to the top of the funnel, we've been directing members to Telegram for general questions. And whenever there's deeper questions, more technical questions, we would direct members to Discord. So there's a different purpose for every platform that we're using. And maybe that helps with attracting the right audience to the right channels.
Do you think the choice of chat platform is important?
Interesting question. I think definitely yes, because on every platform there are different audiences. And on some platforms, the barrier to participate is also higher. But that doesn't always need to be a disadvantage. For example, maybe if I can use Discord as an example again, if Discord is the channel for bottom of the funnel members who really want to dive deeper, members who really want to become more invested in Mina, then maybe that barrier would help to make that separation, who are really the bottom of the funnel members who are willing to go deeper, dive deeper, spend time on it, and the members who are just here to look around more casually.
And the next question, how globally dispersed is the Mina community? Do you have a difficult time building community with folks whose native language is not English?
That's a great question, Caitlin. So we have members, yeah, our community is really globally dispersed. I think we have some data from our grants recipients, and they're from almost 40 countries, if I remember correctly. And language barrier is definitely also sometimes that I see is challenging. especially when you have online or verbal communication. So I guess the way we handle this is to be thoughtful about it. So in meetings, we might try to talk slower, although I sometimes also forget it, but we do try to be aware of it. We also try to be mindful to have written notes to share with the community afterwards, because that's just easier to translate, easier to look back, or maybe in a written form is also easier for non-native folks to understand sometimes. We're also looking into tools, for example, automatic transcript creation, or maybe by encouraging members to not only give feedback verbally during meetings and calls, but also in the chats or using online whiteboards, these kind of methods.
And from Pete, how do you create a noise without spamming?
How do you create a noise without spamming? I'm not sure whether I understand this question. Oh, right. How do you if the question is how do you get people to notice you and grab people's attention without spamming too much? If that's the question, then I guess the tip that I can give is perhaps try to do it in a respectful way that doesn't and not to and don't repeat it too often. And definitely the most important thing is if you need help, reach out to the team, because the team can also help to highlight any of your new projects, new initiatives, or things that you're trying to do, or things that you've already built but want to share with others. So yeah, we're very, very happy to help our members to succeed and support them in the things that they want to do. So I guess the number one tip would be, after trying yourself, feel free, or in parallel to trying it yourself, please also reach out to the team and we can help you out.
And the last question, Mina question, what is the time frame for Snap SDK release on testnet?
That is actually also a question that I'm wondering about. So we don't have a firm time frame yet. It's in the works, and yeah, hopefully we can share an official update on that soon. The entire team is very excited about it, but yeah, we're doing research, R&D, and execution in parallel. So sometimes it's very difficult to give a firm date. But when we know, we'll definitely share with the community.
And for the last question, how do your other marketing strategies currently integrate together with your community building on platforms such as Discord?
Yeah, very interesting question. I'm trying to think of examples of marketing strategies that are now integrated with Discord. And to be honest, not many come to mind right now. But I guess our marketing team, they often focus on top of the funnel, and the community team in our team in Mina Foundation focus on bottom of the funnel. So we do collaborate with each other by running campaigns on different platforms together. For example, we have right now the e-gift campaign, educative gift campaign. We also had Snarkoween campaign events, and we would try to involve both members on platforms like Telegram and also Discord.
That is it for all the questions. Thank you much. Thank you so much, Christine, for that great presentation. Someone who deals with community myself at ChainSafe, it was really inspiring and learned a lot.